What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So a little update on the pole barn shop building we're building here. We're supposed to get the material, all the rest of the framing boards, the scissor trusses, and the metal are supposed to be delivered tomorrow. And I think I told you guys at the beginning of this little project, this is a 50 by 30 shop, 3 overhead doors on that south front side there, little walk-through door, and then on the back side we're going to have a 15 by 50 foot lean-to. Now this is going to be storage area for like either our boats, our equipment, some hay, stuff like that. And if you guys tuned in earlier in on the project a couple of videos back, I had to remove a couple of trees right here because, well, they were kind of in the way, a little too close to the shop. Well, I got one more, and of course it's one of the bigger ones in our yard. I don't like taking out trees, although I have mixed feelings on that, because if you guys own property with very many trees, especially if you get some storms and stuff rolling in or you get very much wind, trees are an absolute nightmare as far as cleanup goes. They're dropping limbs all the time, the leaves, all that type of stuff. But the lean-to is going to come out 15 foot from that building right here. They don't have the poles set yet, so it's hard to visualize. But this tree right here, if it was for whatever reason to fall that direction, it would fall on top of the lean-to. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. Now, I came out here with no intention of doing a video, and you know, it's a hot summer day. I waited, it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the weekend, and I waited to come out here in the hottest part of the day to do this. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but I said, you know what, I better do it now before they get the lean-to up, because you never quite know when you go to try to push these big trees over like this. Sometimes they don't want to go where you want them to go. So I came out here, not intending the video, got on the tractor, started pushing on this tree, and it's not even budging. So now I'm going to have to set up and dig around the base of the stump of the tree, try to break the roots loose, and then see if we can push this thing over. So I got the Kubota M59, 59 horsepower tractor with my backhoe on there. I came over here and I started pushing on this thing. You can see I kind of tore the tree up a little bit, and it would not budge. It would not budge at all. So I want it to fall that way. And once we get it fell on the ground, my intentions are to cut the stump off and then kind of take some of the limbs off, load them on the dump truck, go dump them. And then I'll take the log part of it, all the part I'm gonna use for firewood, and stack it over with the rest of the logs that I've already got that we gotta cut up for firewood. And I'm not one that's gonna cut up firewood in the middle of summertime. We'll let it kind of dry out a little bit. We'll cut it up when it's fall time, when it's nice outside, and it's not so dangerous to be working outside so much in this heat. And then we'll use it for next year's firewood, or 2 years from now, let it season up good. So anyways, gonna bring you guys along. I said, you know what, this is part of the project, let's film it all. So I'm gonna set the camera up and we're gonna start digging. I don't know if I got a good place to set this thing up, because I'm gonna have to probably, more than likely, I'm gonna have to probably go on all 4 sides of the tree. First thing I'm gonna do is dig on this side that I want it to fall, try to break all those big roots loose, and then I'll get on the back side and try to push it the way we want it to go. So wish me luck, because here we go. I don't think we've hit any of the big roots yet. I see some of the small ones. There's one. Now it's starting to give me a little resistance. big root right there. Haven't broke that one yet. Hey. Yeah, when you get in these big roots, you just got to kind of keep chipping away at them a little bit at a time, and they'll finally break. I think we got it now. Yep, there's the big root right there. You guys just seen it. Alright, so we got this whole back side dug out. Now let's go back around on that side of the tree and see if this thing will even budge. But I think we're gonna have to hit at least 3 sides of the tree and break all those roots loose, because you guys, I don't know if you guys could see in the video, that root was pretty big, and all that's holding that tree in. Nope. Not even close. Okay, got it out. Now we'll take the backhoe. Let me grab the camera.
Yeah, your tractor was on top of the root bar.
I know, I've seen it. Okay, so we got it down. Took a little bit over 5 minutes, and that's a big oak tree. Rachel was out here filming on her phone for some Facebook Reels or something like that. But anyways, pan the camera around here and you can see we got the root ball out. Now we got this giant hole in the ground. Now I could pick this tree up, go haul it off like it is, cut the stump off in the field and stuff, and then you're gonna have this big hole. Or I can spend a little time, and you can see all these rocks and stuff in here. I can spend a little time with this backhoe and just start knocking off, just ripping off these all this dirt and rocks and try to fill up this hole a little bit. And then I don't have as much fill dirt and all that to try to worry about. And plus you bury these rocks back into the ground. Now, I know it's hard to tell on this camera just how big this is for comparison, but this is a pretty big tree. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get it, but I got one last run at it there and toppled it right over. Rachel was yelling at me. She said, "Watch out, watch out."
You scared me. The front of your tractor was over this root ball and it started going and it lifted your tractor up.
I knew what I was doing.
Whatever.
It's not my first rodeo, remember?
Yeah, well.
We're good, it worked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the backhoe, start chipping away at this root ball, try to get as much of that dirt and rocks off. And then I got my chainsaw on the side of the tractor. I'll come over here, lift it up, cut the stump off, and then start limbing it, get on my firewood that I want stacked, and then haul the limbs off and give the goats some yummy, nutritious oak leaves. You think they'll like it?
I don't know, Henry's munching on a leaf right now.
Henry said, "I wish you would give me some of them green leaves. I'm tired of eating these old brown ones." All right, so we got work to do. Like I said, smart me waited till the hottest part of the day to start doing this, and I'm telling you, it's hot. So I haven't even got to the hard part, the easy parts, the tractor. So let's set this camera up right here, start knocking away on this root ball, see how much of this dirt and rocks we can't get off of it to fill that hole back up. So we're well into the heart of summer, and if you guys have flower beds or a garden that you're having to water, you know how miserable that can be, and that's why I have turned to RainPoint and their smart Wi-Fi watering system. Each zone of the smart water timer has a built-in high-precision flow sensor, which can make watering plans according to water usage and record water usage in the past 12 months. Okay, I have the RainPoint app pulled up here on my phone. I'm gonna click on the watering timer right here and show you guys how easy it is to set up. So you go to plan. One of my favorite ones that we're using right now on Rachel's front flower bed is the cycle and soak. So we have it coming on every 12 hours and it runs for a total of 10 minutes at a time. You can set at what time you want it to start. In this case, we have it set for 6 a.m. It'll go for 10 minutes and this repeats every day. Or here you can use AI in the smart irrigation plan recommended by the app, or you can adjust the parameters according to your needs set to your personal irrigation plan. And RainPoint also offers this flow rate meter. It hooks right in line with your water hydrant and your water hose, and it will show your flow rate as you're using it on your livestock, watering your dogs, watering your garden, or your flower bed. So if you guys are like me and sometimes you're a little forgetful, and it's very vital in these summer hot days that you water your garden, you water your flower beds, then look no further, click on the link in the description below and get your very own RainPoint smart water timer and let it do the work for you. Okay, got a lot of that stuff knocked off. Still got some on this bottom side. I could knock off a little more, but I think that'll do. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn around the tractor, and I'm gonna push some of this stuff back into that hole. And of course we're gonna have more than came out of the hole. It always looks like that until it kind of settles and rains a few times. But I'm gonna get the tractor and put the grapple up here on this part of it, and then cut this stump off, and then go haul the stump off. Go throw it in the ravine that washes out, and that'll kind of help keep that erosion under control. So it kind of serves all kinds of purposes. It's going to give us firewood. The stump's going to go into the ravine that washes out for erosion control. And then it's also going to give us firewood and then goat food. Can't remember which order I said that in, so I know I probably said it twice. So let me get this hole filled in a little bit, then we'll turn the tractor around and get to cutting on this thing a little bit. that went pretty good until this happened right here. I just tore up the grapple for like the third time. So as you can see this right here, this is where the cylinder goes. Supposed to be on this, and the weld just busted, as you can see here. I've fixed this thing a couple times already, and I am by no means a welder, but I'm gonna have to get this over to the shop and see if we can't get some more weld on that and try to get it fixed, because I still got to haul this whole tree over there and all the limbs and such. So if it's not one thing, it's usually something else. So I'm gonna go take this stump real quick, dump it off in the ravine, and then I'll probably come back and try to fix the grapple, see if we can clean it up a little bit and get another weld on it. Okay, so I'm in the shop. We got the stump hauled off. I've been grinding and welding on this. Now if that don't look like some chicken poo, then I don't know what does. Like I said, I'm not a welder, but I can usually stick two pieces of metal together. It just isn't always pretty, so it's still got some heat coming off on it. But we still got a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna let this cool down a minute. I'm gonna go over there and start cutting up on that tree and trying to get that thing hauled off now. Okay, I just barely got through the gate. Luckily my dad showed up and helped me open the gate where I could get these through. I just cut the top out of the old tree, and this is gonna be goat food right here. Going out here to the brush pile. You guys seen the last video where I brought the dump truck out here, and as soon as I dumped it, the goats were going to town. It's a nice little smack of green oak leaves. So I imagine they'll be right behind me here in just a minute, but I'm trying to take it nice and slow. There's a lot of weight on this tractor. Go get another load. Come on, goats! Yep, there they come. Let me get out of the way. The tractor kind of scares them, and I kind of like it that way, because when I have to come through the gate and stuff, I shake the bucket a little bit and they usually go running away. But well, I guess they don't want no leaves. They're not going to it. I don't know what's going on. Guess they're saving them for later. Okay guys, so got that tree pretty much cleaned up. I got a few little limbs and stuff over there. Rachel and my dad come out, helped me get all the rest of it through the gate and into the pasture. I cannot believe those goats are not over there eating it. They still have not went over there and started eating the leaf shit. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe they actually like it when they're a little wilted a little better. I don't know. But anyways, like any other day on the farm, you never quite know how the projects are going to go. I'm standing here in the sun like a fool. I'm going to get over here in the shade a little bit. Yeah, this is the third time I have busted this weld on the grapple. I probably need to get a beefier grapple, but the grapples are very expensive. I've had this one for about 8 years now, I believe. I bought it actually for our smaller tractor, and it was perfect for that one. This one here is probably a little too small for this size of tractor. I went ahead and got it welded as best as I could. You know, like I said, I'm telling you the truth, when I can't weld pretty like a professional welder, I'm telling you the truth. But I mean, I can make things work. Like I said, this is the third time I've welded this one. If I could weld really good, it probably wouldn't break, but it is what it is. Luckily, I am able to do what I can to get it working again. Works good enough for this. I don't use this tractor commercially or anything like that, but just doing stuff around the house and the farm and down at the lake property, you know, it works perfect. And something that I have not showed you guys yet, I found this on Amazon. This actually holds my chainsaw, and it just sits right here. It clamps to the side of your tractor. You can put it on the side-by-side, a tractor or whatever. You stick your bar down in this little groove right here, and it just holds your saw head up here. It's not in the way, it's safe. You're not going to cut yourself or nothing like that because all the chain and everything is behind this guard. So that's a pretty cool thing. You can put on your tractor, go drive around. If you need to jump off and use your chainsaw, just grab it and go to town. So yeah, there's that. So you can hear all the goats yelling at me over here, all the boy goats. We got a project that Rachel and I is fixing to work on. The next video, probably me and Rachel trying to get this done. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna take you guys over here and show you what I've still got a little cleanup to do. Like I said, I gotta get the tractor back over here and try to fill in this hole, smooth it out a little bit, run the tires over it, pack all that back down, and try to get some of these rocks down in the dirt. Over here in this area is the rockiest part of our whole property. So that's pretty much why I wanted to put the shop right here, because you guys can see we have a hard time getting the grass to grow over here. Now that the trees are gone, it's gonna grow a little better, but you can see where I took out a tree the first time, right there. There was a couple trees, I think 3 or 4 I took out. There's one over there, took out. And here's what we're dealing with now. So I've got to try to get all this smoothed out, get it leveled out. And once it rains, you're gonna see a whole bunch of rocks. I'll come back through, pick all the rocks and the roots up. Here's some of those roots I had to break off right here. You can see how big those things are holding that tree in. Kind of anchors the tree down into the ground. So I had to use that backhoe and kind of rip through them, break them apart. And then I was able to push that thing over with a lot of force from the tractor. But anyways, that's what we're dealing with here. Still got one tree right there. And like I said, this is gonna be our parking area for the trailers and like the dump truck, any of our extra equipment, stuff like that. And I don't feel real comfortable parking the trailers and the vehicles and everything under these trees. You know, it'd be very expensive to try to replace this. I just have basic insurance on it, just liability insurance. So if a tree crushed it or anything, it's probably not going to be covered unless we did it on our homeowners and all that. And then your rates go up, and that's just a whole nother story. But yeah, I'm eager to get the material delivered here, and they can get started on putting the metal and all the framework up on this building and get this thing dried in. And then we'll have more projects to do down the road. But it's summertime, just one step at a time. You know, some days it's a little too hot to try to do this stuff outside. And I'm not the smartest person trying to tackle this tree at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on one of the hottest summer days we've had so far. But we got her done. I'm out here in shorts and Crocs. People's gonna say, why were you using that chainsaw without wearing pants and stuff? Well, I'm one of the most skilled and professional chainsaw people you'll see on YouTube, more than likely. So I know what I'm doing. Yes, accidents can happen. I'm just kidding. But anyways, guys, we got some more projects we're going to work on here in just a little bit. I got to put some of the tools and tractor and all that stuff up. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Leave us a comment down below. And hope you guys are having a good day. And we'll see you on the next video.